On February 11, 1990, inside the massive Tokyo Dome in Japan, the world expected another quick destruction from the most feared man in boxing, Mike Tyson. At just 23 years old, Tyson was the undisputed heavyweight champion with a terrifying record of 37-0 and 33 knockouts. Fighters didn't just lose to Tyson, they were destroyed by him. When the bell rang, something felt strange. Instead of running or panicking like Tyson's past opponents, Douglas stood tall and started jabbing Tyson repeatedly. His height and reach advantage made it difficult for Tyson to get inside. Round after round, Douglas calmly controlled the fight, shocking commentators and fans around the world. By the middle rounds, Tyson's left eye was badly swollen, and his corner was so unprepared they didn't even have the proper tool to treat it. They had to use a latex glove filled with ice to reduce the swelling. For the first time in years, the baddest man on the planet looked frustrated. Suddenly, Tyson exploded with a brutal right uppercut that landed perfectly on Douglas's chin. The challenger crashed to the canvas. The crowd erupted. Many believed the fight was finally over. Douglas slowly got up at the count of 9, barely surviving the round as the bell rang. Most people thought Tyson would finish him in the next round, but something incredible happened at end round 9. He began hammering Tyson with combinations, jabs, and powerful right hands. Tyson looked exhausted, his defense falling apart. Then came the unforgettable 10th round. Douglas landed a devastating uppercut that snapped Tyson's head backward. He followed it with a brutal combination, right hand, left hook. For the first time in Mike Tyson's entire career, he crashed to the canvas. Tyson struggled to stand, crawling around the ring looking for his mouthpiece and even putting it in backwards as he tried to get up. But the referee finished the count. And just like that, the unbeatable champion was defeated. Buster Douglas had knocked out Mike Tyson in the 10th round, ending Tyson's undefeated record and becoming the new heavyweight champion. On November 9, 1996, the boxing world gathered inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas for a fight many believed would be another brutal victory for Mike Tyson. Tyson had returned from prison just a year earlier and quickly reclaimed the WBA heavyweight title, destroying opponents with the same terrifying power that once made him the most feared fighter on the planet. When the bell rang, Tyson charged forward with his usual explosive style. In the first round, both fighters exchanged heavy punches, each landing powerful shots that electrified the crowd. However, something unexpected started happening. Instead of backing away like most Tyson opponents, Holyfield stood his ground. He used his jab, clinched when Tyson got close, and slowly began breaking Tyson's rhythm. Round by round, Holyfield's confidence grew while Tyson started to look frustrated. In round 6, the fight changed dramatically. Holyfield landed a powerful left hook that knocked Tyson down, shocking the crowd. For the first time in years, the unstoppable Iron Mike was on the canvas. Tyson got back up, but the momentum had shifted. Holyfield continued pressing forward with combinations, pushing Tyson backward and forcing the champion into uncomfortable exchanges. Then came round 11. Holyfield came out aggressively and unleashed a brutal combination of punches. Tyson staggered toward the ropes as Holyfield continued throwing blow after blow. Seeing Tyson defenseless, referee Mitch Halpern stepped in and stopped the fight. Evander Holyfield had won by 11th round TKO, capturing the WBA heavyweight championship and stunning the entire boxing world. On June 28, 1997, inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, the boxing world witnessed one of the most shocking moments in sports history. The rematch between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was supposed to be Tyson's revenge after losing their first fight. The bout was even promoted as the Sound and the Fury, but no one expected it would become the most infamous fight boxing had ever seen. The fight started aggressively. Holyfield controlled the early rounds with smart combinations and physical clinches, while Tyson tried to break through with his explosive power. During the second round, a clash of heads opened a cut above Tyson's eye, which made him increasingly frustrated. Then came the moment that stunned the world. In round 3, Tyson suddenly grabbed Holyfield during a clinch and bit a piece of his right ear, shocking the referee and the crowd. Blood poured down Holyfield's neck as the fight was briefly stopped. The referee deducted 2 points but allowed the fight to continue. But only moments later, Tyson did the unthinkable again. He bit Holyfield's other ear, leaving visible damage. This time the referee had seen enough. With just seconds left in the round, Tyson was disqualified, handing Holyfield the victory and ending the fight in chaos. The arena exploded with confusion as security rushed into the ring. Tyson's $30 million purse was withheld, and his boxing license was temporarily revoked after the incident. The fight instantly became known around the world as the Bite Fight. It remains one of the most bizarre and controversial moments in boxing history, a night when a heavyweight championship turned into pure chaos. On June 8, 2002, inside the Pyramid Arena in Memphis, the boxing world finally witnessed one of the most anticipated heavyweight fights ever, Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. The fight had already been filled with chaos even before the bell rang. At the press conference months earlier, Tyson actually attacked Lewis on stage, turning the promotion into a massive brawl and making the rivalry even more personal. When the fight finally started, Tyson came out aggressively, trying to overwhelm Lewis with his famous explosive power. In the first round, Tyson even landed a solid left hook that briefly shook the champion. But Lewis quickly adjusted, using his size, reach, and devastating jab to control the distance. Round after round, Lewis dominated the fight. His sharp jabs and powerful right hands kept Tyson on the defensive, opening cuts above both of Tyson's eyes while slowly draining the former champion's energy. By the 7th round, Tyson looked exhausted, barely able to throw punches while Lewis continued landing clean combinations. Then came the final moment. In round 8, Lewis landed a crushing right hand that sent Tyson crashing to the canvas. Tyson tried to rise, but his body had nothing left. The referee counted him out at 2:25 of the round, giving Lewis a brutal knockout victory and cementing his dominance in the heavyweight division. That night proved something important to the boxing world. Lennox Lewis wasn't just a champion, he was one of the greatest heavyweights of his era, while Tyson's legendary career was nearing its final chapter. On July 30, 2004, inside Freedom Hall in Louisville, boxing fans expected another comeback victory for the legendary Mike Tyson. The former undisputed heavyweight champion entered the fight as a massive 9-1 favorite against British boxer Danny Williams, a fighter many believed had little chance against Tyson's terrifying power. The fight started exactly how everyone expected. Tyson exploded out of the corner and dominated the first round, landing brutal hooks and uppercuts that staggered Williams several times. It looked like the fight might end early, but Williams refused to quit and survived the storm by clinching and holding whenever Tyson attacked. But something unexpected had already happened. During the first round, Tyson tore a ligament in his left knee, which badly affected his movement for the rest of the fight. As the rounds continued, Tyson slowed down while Williams started gaining confidence and trading punches. Then came the shocking moment in round 4. With less than half a minute left in the round, Williams unleashed a furious combination of punches. Tyson, exhausted and injured, couldn't defend himself as Williams kept throwing shot after shot. Finally, a powerful right hand sent the legendary champion crashing toward the ropes and down to the canvas. Tyson tried to stand up, but he couldn't beat the referee's count. At 2:51 of round 4, Danny Williams was declared the winner by knockout, pulling off one of the most shocking upsets in heavyweight boxing history. For Tyson, the defeat marked another painful chapter in the final years of his legendary career. But for Danny Williams, it was the greatest victory of his life. The night he shocked the world by knocking out one of boxing's most feared fighters. On June 11, 2005, inside the MCI Center in Washington, D.C., the boxing world watched what would become the final chapter of Mike Tyson's legendary career. Tyson, once the most feared heavyweight on the planet, stepped into the ring against the much larger Irish fighter Kevin McBride, who stood 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighed about 271 pounds. When the fight began, Tyson looked aggressive and tried to pressure McBride with his famous power punches. But the bigger fighter kept leaning on Tyson, using his size and clinching to slowly drain the former champion's energy. As the rounds passed, Tyson began to look exhausted while McBride kept pushing forward. In the chaotic 6th round, frustration took over. Tyson even received a 2-point deduction for an intentional headbutt, showing how desperate the fight had become. Then something shocking happened. As the 6th round ended, Tyson walked back to his corner and refused to come out for the 7th round. The referee officially declared Kevin McBride the winner by technical knockout, ending the fight and effectively ending Tyson's professional career. After the fight, Tyson made a heartbreaking confession, saying he no longer had the heart to continue boxing and didn't want to disrespect the sport he once dominated. That night didn't just end a fight, it closed the final chapter of one of boxing's most explosive and controversial careers.